Okay. The first thing you need to do to assemble your fish is you're going to take your fin papers and you're going to cut out all your fins along this solid black line. So after that's done, you should have these fins, and we're going to glue them back to back. So you should have 3 sets. So you should have one big fin like that, and then 2 small fins that match when they're back to back. Now that we found all of them, we're going to take them and glue them together. To glue them together, all you need to do is see that dotted line, and you're going to fold forward on that dotted line. Fold forward. And then you're going to take your glue, and you don't need a lot, just a little bit of glue, and put them together so that they match up and that you have the folded part out so that it can stand up. So that part you folded is going to be the stand. So do that with all 3 of your fins. Make sure that you have the ones that go together going back to back. Just a little bit of glue. And it should stand up just like that. So there's the 2 arm fins. And then we have the fin that goes on the back of the fish. That's called a dorsal fin. Just like sharks and dolphins have a dorsal fin. That just means it's a fin on the back. Make sure you get good to the edges, but not too much glue. If you have too much glue, your fins will get wilty and they won't stand upright on the fish. Okay, so now we have those 3 glued together. You're going to take your fish, and first, let's do it this way. You're going to take the big fin, the dorsal fin, and you're going to glue just a little bit of glue on the stand part of it, and then glue it right in the middle between your eyes. So like look at your eyes and go down just a little bit right between your eyes and make sure it's glued down good. And then your side fins, you're just going to do one on one side and one on the other. You don't want them too far apart. You want them pretty close to your dorsal fin. A good rule is go to the edges of your eyes and look right down from the edges of your eyes. Glue that down. It's okay if you get a little bit of glue on your fingers. Glue is washable. Will come out of everything. Okay, make sure there's an even distance. You don't want one fin that's far away. Okay. All right, now I'm going to bring you a piece of colored paper. You're going to choose what color. For mine, I chose this shiny orange. It's kind of a bronze kind of color. We'll set this to the side. Now what you're going to do with this is take your 2 papers, stack them together so they're nice and flat together. If they're a little uneven on one end, that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Stack them together and take your scissors and cut all the way up a straight line. And you're going to go all the way down the fish. You can make them as skinny or as wide as you want them to be. The way mine are going right now are probably about as wide as you want them to be. But if you want to make them super skinny, that's fine too. Now this part, once we finish cutting it, is going to be our little shiny tail at the end of our fish. So now we have both of those done. These are going to go side by side. So take both of them side by side and do a line of glue at the top on both of these. And then you're going to take your fish and you'll put these right at the bottom of your fish. Make sure they're even and just glue the bottom of your fish to the back side of it. Make sure you're gluing to the back so that when you look at it, you can see your eyes, your fins, and then your shiny tail at the bottom. After that's done, we're almost finished. You're going to get your glue again, and you're just going to glue over this whole shape. I like to do kind of a squiggly in the middle, and then dots on the corners. And then take this and very carefully, be careful with stuff that's still wet, roll it up and mash it all together. Like that. Now that's finished. I will come around and help you, and we're going to punch a hole right at the top. We're going to do one hole on each side of your eye, and I'll give you a string. Take your string and be very, very delicate. Tie a knot right here, double knot, because we don't want it to fall out while it's hanging up. Right there. On one side, and then turn them over. And a double knot on this side. And that is it. When you're done, you need to make sure you finish your reflection on Google Classroom.